That went down the wrong pipe. Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 269 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. Today we're talking about step 3 of our IDEANCE process, the one we came up with in January, and that is E for exploring options. Now, how do we go about doing that? After I cough, of course, we will talk about it. I'm going to share one of my favorite tools. I think it's probably my favorite brainstorming tool right now because it's so simple and so easy, and we can do it anytime, anywhere. And that is the 10-3-1 tool. And we use it. I use it for the SOAP framework. I use it for this framework. I use it in my everyday life, in my businesses, in all different areas and aspects to come up with and remind myself that there are always a lot of different possible ways we can begin to fill the gap between where we are, our current situation, and where we want to be. And by opening myself up to the possibility of infinite possibilities, it's easy to come up with 10 possible ways to start filling that gap. And that's our action item today. So in my handy dandy journal for this particular challenge, I automatically make a list of 10 things and I start filling it in. I didn't start doing it yet. Mine is improving my connection to my higher power, so the difference between where I am and where I want to be. What are 10 things or more? I usually end up with like a list of 20 to 25 by the end of the day. And what I do is I go about my day. I've got a couple of favorite ways to brainstorm. I don't know what yours are. If I'm on my own, if it's just me brainstorming, I'll walk around with a pad and paper. And just as I think of things, I'll put them down. Usually now, since I'm doing the annual challenge, I'll carry this book around with me or have it sitting in a location that's central to what my travels are for the day. And then I'll just jot things down. But if I'm not going to have my notebook, sometimes I'll carry a little teeny, I don't have one handy because I'm talking about it, but I'll carry a little notebook that can fit in my purse, maybe one like this, or I will carry about one of my little flip books, or I'll carry Post-it notes. I love Post-it notes. My dad was at 3M when they invented Post-it notes. So I have literally had Post-it notes be a part of my life my whole life, since my early childhood. They've been around a long time. So I like to use Post-it notes and have them so I can just write notes on them and then stick them somewhere where I can transfer them to my book later. So what are we doing today? We are thinking about how are we going to get from where we are right now, the spiritual area and aspect of our life. Either that's a challenge we want to overcome by the end of this year or a goal we want to achieve by the end of this year with respect to our spiritual health and well-being. So we identify where we are right now. We identified yesterday where we want to be by the end of the year. And all we're going to do is come up with, brainstorm ideas of how we could and what could help us, little step-by-step, or not even step-by-step, just throw out all the ideas that you can possibly come up with, write them down, and then we're going to deal with them tomorrow. Any questions about this? If you need help, if you need any other coaching on brainstorming or help with brainstorming, if you would like to see a separate training on different brainstorming techniques, and I should probably just create that because I talk about brainstorming at least twice a month. So why don't I just create a supplemental video to support that? If that would help you, hit me up and ask. And if I get a couple of people that say yes, if I can get one person that says yes, then I will do that, because I know that just one person speaking up usually represents about 100 times the number of people that actually have the same question or would benefit from the same thing. All right, have an amazing day, and I will, of course, see you tomorrow.